Hi guys, it's Justine. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you this Christmas Jello recipe. This might look like a pretty simple thing to make, but the middle layer has a bunch of ingredients. It's not just regular packaged Jello. So I'm just doing a quick overview right here of everything you're gonna need. One thing that I did differently today is you actually need lemon Jello for the middle layer, and I used lime Jello for that layer because that's just what we had in our pantry, but normally you would want to use lemon Jello. So the first thing you're gonna do is just make the cherry Jello as you normally would. The top and bottom layers are just normal Jello. On this particular Jello package, you start by boiling 1 cup of water. You add the hot water to the Jello powder, and then you add 1 cup of cold water. And then you're going to pour the red Jello into the bottom of some clear plastic cups. You don't have to use cups, you could just use like a clear baking dish and then cut like squares of the Jello out. I personally think that's kind of hard to do though, and I always mess up when I'm cutting out the squares, so I prefer to just use clear plastic cups. You definitely want it to be a clear dish or cup or whatever you're working with. That way you can see the colors through because it looks super pretty. And then you are going to put everything in the fridge and give it some time to set before you add the next layer. Often this recipe will take me an entire day. If I start in the evening, it will take me 2 days just so I can let each layer set before I add the next layer. Then we're gonna do the middle layer, and like I said, this one is the one that's a little different. So you're gonna start with 1 cup of boiling water, and then you are going to add 3 ounces of the lemon Jello mixture. Like I said, I didn't have lemon, so I'm just using lime today, but normally you wanna use lemon. And you're going to mix those two together. And then you're going to use about half a bag of marshmallows. If you're using big marshmallows, use 16 big marshmallows. Since I was using mini, I only used about half of a bag. And you're gonna melt all those marshmallows in while mixing them into the yellow Jello. Honestly, the lime Jello didn't change the flavor very much, but normally with the yellow Jello, it makes the middle look more white, and the green gave it like a little bit of a green tint. Then in a bowl, you're gonna whip together 1 pint of whipping cream or heavy cream. You can use a hand mixer if you don't have a KitchenAid like this one. I just used the KitchenAid because it's easier. And then you're gonna also mix in 8 ounces of cream cheese and 2 tablespoons of mayo. And then you're also going to mix in about 10 ounces of crushed pineapple. I had a 20-ounce can, so I only used half of the can. And once those 4 ingredients are all mixed up, you are going to take your lemon and marshmallow mixture and add it to your creamy mixture and mix all of that together. And then once all of that is mixed together, you are going to add that as the second layer. And I was making quite a big of a mess when I was doing this, so I did end up having to take a paper towel and just clean the edges of the cups before I pop them in the fridge. I also usually have quite a bit of extras of this middle creamy layer, and so I usually just put them in their own cups, and honestly this is the best layer in my opinion, so I just eat it like that, and then I save the pretty layers that have all 3 colors for serving. And then last but not least, you're gonna do the green Jello, and this I made the same way I made the red Jello. It was the same kind. You add 1 cup of boiling water to the powder, and then you add 1 cup of cold water. And then you just add it to the very top of the other Jellos. And as you'll see, I actually only had enough green Jello for 6 of the cups. I think when I boiled the 1 cup of water, I boiled it down a little too much, so I lost some water. Luckily, we are only a family of 5, and so we didn't even need 7 cups. They were just extras. But that's just something to keep in mind. Try not to boil your water down too much or you'll end up with less Jello. But then you're gonna pop those into the fridge for the very last time. Then here is how they turn out when all 3 layers set. Like I said, it does take quite a while. It is an all-day process to make this Jello. You have to wait for every single layer to set, but it is so yummy. The middle layer is so creamy and delicious. And yeah, you could also do this recipe for different holidays. I've done it for 4th of July before. I just switch out the green for blue. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.